I'm Walter Imahara, and welcome to the Imahara's Legacy Garden here at Hemingbough in St. Francisville. First thing you see is a Torii gate, because the Torii gate, it's welcome. You're welcome to peace in nature, and you leave the old world behind. This garden is been built about 2 years ago, because we sold a big gardens in St. Francisville. We needed a place to finish up with the legacy portion, and we didn't want a big piece of property. So here at Hemingbough, we found this property, but needed a lot of work because where I'm sitting, big erosion, and the trees are just so solid in here, you couldn't see the water. We bring in plants from all over Louisiana, because the plants from up north doesn't really grow good here. And during construction, I was asking if it's a Japanese garden. I said, well, it's a Japanese-American garden, which is never been heard of before. But it's a mixture of Japanese and American, because that's where I am. But we have lanterns here, we got Torii gates. You see some carvings that came from Indonesia area, made of lava stone. Okay, this is a greeter. I was born in 1937, so when World War II started, I was like 4 years old. I learned a lot of philosophy from my father and mother, because you must remember now, I'm now age over 80. I've been with them all my life, except for the 3.5 years in the service. And I must mention that I learned a lot because my parents were Buddhists. And we were born Buddhists, but after camp, my mother became a Christian. We came from camps from Arkansas. We were in 2 camps, Jerome and Rohwer, which is about 5 hours north from here. And my parents wanted to go south because they lost everything in California. Okay, and when I say they lost a farm and all that. And one of the biggest things that we want people to know, that we really were Americans at that point. So, and we knew the circumstances of the war. My father spoke about incarceration not too much to the children until he got past the anger. My father's journey into plant materials, that he found peace after leaving camp. But it took him maybe 10 years, but till then he was very bitter against the United States and just bitter against everything. But he found a way in his heart that with the Buddhist background, and then he started working with plant material and nature. You see plants blooming, you see the bees, and you see the butterflies, and it's all nature. That's why I like, my father and I liked the gardening business, because sometimes when you work with plant material, it really makes you feel better, yeah. This monument was first found by my father and myself in Hiroshima in 1977. But it took us until 2005 when we understood that the monument was going to be taken down in Hiroshima at this Buddhist temple. The temple did not want the monument any longer because no one has come visit it for 50 years. And a generation of Imaharas left Japan and now living in America. Okay, so this is a very old, I would say in age-wise, it's about made It was built about 1905. What's interesting about the monument that it did survive the atomic blast, and the history is that my great-great-grandfather built it for his son who passed away in 1895 while he was in the Navy in China. So it's not a tombstone per se, it's like a monument. But also in the front here, I can't read Japanese, but in translation, it means this is Imahara monument for those now living and also in the future. When you walk in the gardens, it's peaceful, nature. You don't hear no trucks going by, and it's just so quiet, huh? And you see the birds, you see the bees, butterflies, and the peacocks, things like that. It's just it's good for the soul to visit nice, quiet place with nature. So quiet here.